Gemini, this is Pick a Crystal Tarot. All right, welcome to your reading for the middle of August. Shout out to all the Geminis out there. So if you like the reading, this is just a reminder to click on the subscribe button if you're enjoying this reading. So what I'd like to do for you right now is pick one of these crystals that speak to you. Whichever one you pick, there's going to be a tailored message for you here, Gemini. You can choose to watch the whole reading, but whatever reading you pick, whatever crystal you pick, that is going to be the reading for you for the middle of August for all the Geminis. I have a 4-card spread that we're going to clarify with 2 cards right now. So if you chose the blue calcite, Gemini, this is going to be your reading for the middle of August. All right. Okay, so you have the Temperance card with the Ace of Wands with Strength and the Queen of Swords. So what I'm getting here is that you've been working on something, right? You've been working on something that you've been working on. You've been working on perfecting it with the Temperance card here. The Temperance card is definitely a card of patience. You can see that he's been mixing these 2 cups. He's trying to turn water into wine. But the message about the Temperance card is that you cannot practice perfection, right? You cannot think that, something has to be just right before you need to go. The process of patience and perfection is really the key. And what you need to do is go on this path and claim your crown. And that's the path to glory. So with the Ace of Wands and the Temperance card, you need to think about what is it that you have been perfecting? What have you been working on? Because it's going to give you a new spark. It's going to give you a new inspiration, new creativity, new passion. So think about what you've been working on, Gemini, and think about what you've been perfecting. If you have been practicing perfectionism, or if you have been working on something, or you haven't been working on something, what is it that you want to work towards that's going to lead to this new sudden spark of inspiration and creativity with the Ace of Wands? And then you have 2 really great cards here, right? You can look at it as your outcome. Once you've worked on this, once you've really gotten to the point where you're moving with whatever it is that you've been working on, you have the Strength card with the Queen of Swords, right? So strength is strength. Strength is you showing your strength, which is really the most important part, right? Like having a silent strength, an internal strength is truly important. But what you can see here, she is showing her display of strength by putting a hand in the mouth of a lion. And that lion represents your inner voice, your inner obstacles. It's you finding a way to coexist with them. It's you finding a way to have power and strength over them. And then your possible outcome here is the Queen of Swords. Now, the really beautiful thing about the Queen of Swords is that she has her past to the back, right? This is moving on. This is moving on from everything you've experienced that you need to move on from. We'll always have our experiences, the good and the bad that we've lived in our lives. But what we need to do with the Queen of Swords is look forward, right? She has one hand ready to receive, and she's gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And so she has her powerful sword. But really, when you start to turn your back to the past, or when you start to leave the past in the past and carry it with you in a much more powerful way, you will be ready to receive something here, Gemini. And then, strength is going to be a source for you to receive from. Your strength will help you receive, something even more powerful coming up for you here. So to clarify this reading for the Geminis, we have the Knight of Pentacles with Justice. Okay, so you've been searching for some sort of fairness with what you've been working towards. Maybe life has been unfair to you, right? You're seeing things from a different perspective, a more balanced perspective here with the Justice card. You are looking at your life in a much more balanced, objective way, which is what, justice is, which is Libra, right? And, the process might have been a little bit slow for you, right? But, to me, the challenging cards in tarot, and the Knight of Pentacles is a challenging card. He's the only knight that isn't moving. He wants to, plant this pentacle and work on something. He's thinking about what he's going to work towards. Knight of Pentacles is too slow, right? But whenever a challenging card comes up, I want you to think about, how do you manifest from this challenge? This process has been, slow moving for you, whatever it is, whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been crafting, whatever you've been perfecting. You've probably been frustrated by the Knight of Pentacles. So you need to see things from a more balanced point of view with the Justice card, and then really understand that there's power in when things move slow, right? When certain things are moving too slow for you here, Gemini, and you want them to move faster, you want to be able to move forward, get out there, be the social butterfly that you are, the childlike energy that you have, Gemini, right? Being able to see things from all sides, right? Left, right, and in between. Just understand and tap into the power of the Knight of Pentacles, right? The things in your life that have been slow moving, that have been frustrating, how can you learn from them and manifest something really powerful here? And then you're going to gain even more objective insight. A more powerful perspective is going to be your outcome. All right, for those of you, Gemini, that picked the Black Obsidian, this reading is for you. If you want to continue watching, this message might resonate for you, but definitely for that first group, it's definitely about trusting the slow process, seeing things from a balanced perspective, and receiving from your place of strength. So for those of you, Gemini, who chose the Black Obsidian, this is your reading. Okay, so you start out with the Chariot, which is a card of victory. It's a card of moving forward. It's choosing yourself. It's leaving behind all the things that you need to leave behind in your life right now. Once you do this, you will have a change in your fortune with the Wheel of Fortune here, right? So the thing about the Chariot, what I always like to say is that this is a card of choosing yourself. Like leaving behind, like you can see here, he's on his chariot moving forward, and he's leaving behind his home. That city behind him is his home. He's moving forward. He is choosing himself. Everything that he needs to leave behind, if it's loved ones, families, things that he loves to do, he's going forth and he's controlling his life moving forward with the Chariot. So once you do that, you will have a change in your fortunes with the Wheel of Fortune. So if you have been feeling like things haven't been going your way and you want things to move more, in a more balanced, lucky way moving forward, good things coming in for you with the Wheel of Fortune, you need to control your life, move forward, control yourself, move forward here. And that's what's going to bring this change of fortunes. And then you have the Five of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands, right? So the Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. These two people have experienced, something disappointing in their lives, right? They went through the same thing, right? But what they're doing is they're moving forward. So you have another card of moving forward here. The things that they've been working on have been disappointing to them. But this is a card of focusing on what you learned from the disappointments, how it made you stronger, how you're going to move forward from whatever this is that has disappointed you here, Gemini. And then you're going to have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is a card of focus. It's a card of communication. It's a card of success, right? So it's asking you to communicate with yourself better, communicate with others, focus your life in one direction. Those four wands are going and they're pointed in one direction. So this means that once you choose yourself and have more control in your life and focus on your strength, the luck that's going to change for you is more focus moving forward. What do you want to focus on here, Gemini? What do you want to work towards? What do you need to focus on in yourself? You need to aim in one direction here with these eight wands, right? You need to focus on one thing. So whatever it is that you feel like you need to focus on here, Gemini, think about what that is for you. And to clarify these cards, we have the Emperor with the Seven of Cups. So definitely this Seven of Cups energy, this is the challenge in this reading, right? You have been looking at your options. You might be spoiled for choice. You might have a lot of, things being presented to you right now, right? But you're stuck in your head, right? So you're an air sign. This is definitely, an air sign card of just analysis paralysis and thinking too much and being too stuck in your mind. And, when he's looking at the Seven of Cups, he's looking at the good things and the bad things in the cup. And what you need to realize here is just pick an option, right? Focus on one option in your life that you feel like has a lot of potential, and definitely just focus on that for the middle of August here, Gemini. And then your outcome will be the Emperor, right? So the Emperor and the Chariot go hand in hand. They are cards of control. It's taking control of your life, taking control of yourself. The Emperor is about being a boss and a leader and authority, right? So this is your potential outcome here, Gemini. Once you understand that the things that have disappointed you were really blessings and you've learned from them and you've grown from them and become stronger for them, and then you have more of a focus on the options in your life, your outcome will be being a boss. So go be a boss, Gemini. All right, peace. Thank you for watching the reading. If you made it this far, I'd really appreciate a subscribe just to help the channel grow. Have a good middle of your month here, Gemini. Take care.